Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to this game tutorial. Today we actually create a very nice health bar. So let's have a look at this. Here it is. When we level up, it should also change. As you can tell, we get more HP, we buy more HP, and when we get hit, it also goes down. And let's just make sure we die here. But as you can tell, we also change color, so we go from green to red depending on the ratio of hit point you've got. And that is going to be what we're going to be doing today, guys. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. We are going to go in a game scene. And over here is what we pretty much just made out of the health bar last time. So we just created a normal green image that takes the whole screen. We're going to do something a little bit different with that because we want to be putting text on top of it. And what's going to happen is I'm also going to resize the scale bar like this while we're playing. And I don't want the text to actually be stuck to that. I don't want the text to actually be stuck on top of the health bar. So, give you an actual example. So this is going to be our text saying, okay, so you got 10 HP out of 20, something like that. But we're also going to be resizing the health bar, and I don't want the text to follow along. So we're going to be modifying the pretty much just format of that. So this health bar, we're going to keep it. This is going to be the health bar container. And the image you have on right there is pretty much just going to be some kind of a background. So I'll just set it on something like a gray color. Now what we're going to do is actually right click on that. UI, we're going to add a new image. And this image is going to take the whole scale. So just make sure it stretches on both axes. And now this is like really small steps you gotta be doing. So you've got this image, it's stretching on all axes. You just reset the left top position Z, right and bottom up here. And now you gotta be setting the anchor on the very left here. So the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna open this again, hold Shift and click here. Now what this is going to do is put you back in this state. You're going to release Shift and then choose the stretch again. And here we are. Now, if we stretch this down, we get this kind of result. Okay, so this is the actual health bar. So let's put it, say, greenish color. We could also be setting a sprite to it, so maybe this kind. And here we go. Alright, so inside of the health bar container, we are going to create another piece of UI. This one is the health text, and let's just make sure it is a scaling on both axes again. Alright, here it is. Just going to center the text like so, and let's just type in something like dead. Doesn't really matter, we're gonna be like changing that while the game is playing. But here we go. So basically got our new health bar. This is how we're gonna do it. And now we need to actually put some code somewhere to make this work. So in the game UI script we started creating not too long ago, we are going to open this up. Now let's have a look at this. So we have this currency thing. We're also going to have a new function for the actual health. So public void update hit point, or actually let's do update health bar. Okay. And before we go any further, let's actually declare some health bar fields. We are going to do, let's start with a public game object, hit point bar, the actual object, and then public text, hit point text, public image, hit point image, and I think we're going to be good with that. Oh, also, public color 32. Let's just say hit point healthy, and public color 32 hit point dying. So we're gonna have two different color depending on if you're really healthy right now or if you're dying. And let's also add another and a final field for the rect transform that we're gonna be using to resize the hit point bar. So hit point bar transform. Alright, so where exactly can we put that? Now, what we're going to do is actually go inside of our game here and start putting those fields in. So if you choose the game UI over here, you need to actually put the hit point bar. So this thing, the health bar, not the container, the actual health bar. And then the text, and the image is inside of the bar as well. So it's right here. That's the image we want. So we pretty much just say, okay, so hit point bar is this, hit point text is this, and hit point image is this. Now as for the hit point healthy, that's the color you're going to have when you're full HP. So let's just go for a bright green. And also really important, make sure the alpha is up. By default, it is not up, so you're not going to actually see the health bar. And now when he's dying, let's just go for a bright red, like so. Alright, so we've got this now. Let's actually assign this hit point bar transform in the start. So we're going to say hit point bar transform is equal to hit point bar dot get component rec transform. And we could actually change things a little bit now that I think about it. We could be making this private, so the hit point image, we can make it private and actually just get it down here. So hit point image is equal to hit point bar dot get component image. Alright, so we've got all of this information. Let's actually start coding our update health bar. And the way we're going to do this is we are going to get the actual stats we need. So the current HP. Now the current HP is equal to the tower.instance.hitpoint. So we're pretty much just going to pull it from our tower. Now let's go for the max HP, and this one we can find it inside of the stats helper. So stats helper.instance.get stat value. We'd like to have the hit point stat. So right now with these two values, we should actually be able to create a ratio of how much HP left. So do you have like 60% of your HP at the moment? We simply do float ratio is equal to current HP divided by max HP. Like so. So that number in between 0 and 1 is actually going to serve as, an actual ratio. Alright, so let's just go ahead and say, let's modify the color first. So hit point image dot color is equal to color dot lerp. You start with the dying color, so let's just go and dying, hit point dying color, and then the healthy one, so hit point healthy. Now as for the transition float, you want this to be ratio, not ration. Alright, so the next one shall be the text, so let's do hit point text dot text is equal to current HP, cur HP dot toString, plus we could be putting this kind of slash thing in between, and let's do plus max HP dot toString. Alright, and finally the actual size. So hit point bar transform dot local scale is going to equal a new vector3 ratio and 1 1, like so. Alright, is this going to work? I believe it is. So instead of the start, let's actually update the health bar at the very end. So make sure that you run these two lines before you actually call the update health bar. Alright, let's have a look at this now. We are going to go inside of scene, the preloader, and let's boot it from the very beginning. And here we go, 10 out of 10. Alright, so now where exactly do we need to put our update health bar function? Now we only have it in the start, and that is going to be just fine, but let's just do something real quick. Let's buy a hit point level. As you can tell, it did not move, it's still there. It's still at 10 out of 10. Now it should be at 10 out of 13 because we just bought some more HP. Let's have a look now. So here it is. We actually get 13. Okay. We're going to be putting this at few places. The first one being when we take damage. That would make sense. Yeah. So let's go over to the tower script. And inside of our tower script, there is a function called take damage right here. Now we're going to do game UI.instance.update health bar. And let's actually go back, have a quick look at this. spawning some minions. And we should actually get hit and then have the bar changing color and also resizing itself. There we go. That's perfect. Now we just get this issue here where the bar goes up once more. And what else? Oh, it was also going to -1 at one point. I saw -1, so we gotta be fixing that too. And when hit point is below 0, let's just not reset it. I don't know why we did that, but whatever. Okay, so if hit point is lower than 0, then we just activate this. Alright, so the first fix we will actually have is over here, I guess. It is over the in the game UI thing. So let's pull up the game UI script. And we are actually going to do a condition here. So update health bar. We're going to do if current HP, so if current HP is bigger than 0, then sure, let's go ahead and do these 3 lines. Now, if current HP is lower than that, we're going to do the else statement. That pretty much just means we're dead. And what we're going to do when we're dead is simply resize the thing and also set the text to dead. So copy over these 2 lines in the else statement. We're going to be putting this on 0. And hit point text.text is going to equal dead. Alright, so we just fixed one of the problem. There is another thing that I'd like to address, and it's whenever we level up an actual hit point level, we should actually be like replacing our text. So let's go over to the, I think it was the stat container script. Yeah, so over here on the stat container script, we're going to go on the level up function. Now down here, there is a if statement that says, okay, so if you're actually leveling up the hit point or the range, we're going to put it in here. If you're actually leveling up one of those, let's go ahead and just do a game UI.instance.update health bar. Alright, that's going to work. We are going to boot this once more and actually do some testing. So go over here, we've got 13 HP, which is fine. Let's buy some level. There we go. So now we actually start losing, and as you can tell, the HP change color depending on which is the dying color. So we do a lerp in between color number 1 and 2. Now say we were to die. Let's have a look at this. It should say dead and not go back up, basically. There we go, so we're dead. And it's like that, and we don't have to touch anything. Alright. And let's actually look at what we could address next. Oh, not right now, but in the future, as soon as we have our actual region working. Right now we don't have our region working, so as soon as we have our region, we can actually update this more often, and our HP can go back when we buy level. But right now we don't have the region stats, so we can't really do this as of right now. But it's going to come fairly soon. But guys, that is going to be pretty much it for this episode. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoy. We created a nice health bar. And if you have any question or comment, you can leave them in the comment section below. And also subscribe for more tutorials like these. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.